Welcome to all of you that are on the call. And thank you for those of you who are watching this recording. Thank you for also taking the time to track it down in your back office and tune in. We've got an awful lot that we want to talk about, and we're going to see if we can lean on the shorter side of things for our call tonight. I know you're all busy, but a very special welcome to you. We've got some very positive things that have been happening around the world of Unifii. This week in particular, we've actually been very busy with individuals from a variety of new corners of the world that are tracking us down. Initially seemed to be drawn to that very powerful referral bonus, but as they start spending more and more time learning a little bit about what makes Unifii the company that is, are starting to track down the PDF that many of you are sharing with them regarding our trading data. And I think that's really captured the attention of an awful lot of leaders that we're speaking with now that have the ability to turn their BTC into more without putting it at risk by sending it away to strangers. So that message certainly seems to be resonating, and I would encourage you to continue to get the same message out. Why don't we go ahead and dive right into things, Ron? I know there's lots you want to cover, and we'll see where the call leads us.
Yeah, thanks, John. Much appreciate it. And I've had an opportunity to get on a couple of those calls with some of these leaders in these different parts of the world. And, I think they're also very attracted to our purpose. I really believe that in our conversations with the people that they've made a lot of money. And in many, many cases, they're looking to do something bigger than themselves, and to be able to do something that ultimately has a positive impact in the world. So again, just to remind everybody in the simple terms, we always started with the end in mind, wanting to be a positive force around the world, developing an army of really good people that want to do great things. And we don't even know all the things that we're going to be doing, but I can share with you that some folks have been sharing their ideas at care@unifii.io. If you have ideas or thoughts, you're more than welcome to share those with us and send us an email. But we're actually working on a few different things. And, in building the company, we understood the vision and understand the vision. We also understand the problem where people are maybe not in the right financial state to be able to have as much of a positive impact with their tithes and offerings or whatever it is, their treasures. And so what we wanted to do is be a solution to allow people to do anything they wanted to do in life, to pursue their goals, dreams, and aspirations, and to be able to do even more. And so again, what do we want to do? Increase people's financial IQ so that they're making better financial decisions, exploit trading opportunities so that they can make their money make more money, and again, offer a program that John does an incredible job explaining and teaching on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on how you can generate more trading capital through our program, i.e. our referral program, and then take that money and use our product with it. So we really think it's just like a full wheel. It just goes right around and it never stops. And that's why I'm really excited about what we're doing here today. It's also the reason why that we're continually looking at different ways in which to improve ourselves, because as we improve ourselves in all elements of the company, that just allows us to get to the message of the company that much faster and with much more zeal and more impact on the world. So again, I'm really excited about that part of the company. Let's talk a little bit about taking what we talked about here, which is the business model, and then focusing a little bit more on the product itself and how we've made this to tie in as well. Again, our daily signals, they're designed to make your money make more money. What money? Well, either the money you have or the money you're making on an extra part-time basis with Unifii. Let me share with you a little bit here, and I want to talk real. Look at the date. The date here is August 17th, 2017. And the end date of this particular example is August the 7th, 2018. So we're talking about a year. A year, $10,000 grows to $81,000, which is 712% growth during that 1 year. Now, nobody can guarantee you what that's going to be because the markets have a lot to do with it. But here's the cool thing about it. In this same environment, if you had just bought the exact same $10,000 worth of BTC at the same time, August 17th, today that would be worth $16,000 by simply buying it, holding it, and forgetting about it. 60% growth, which is nothing to sneeze at, but I'll take the 712 over the 60 any day of the week. And this does also include commissions. Now, interestingly enough, isn't it interesting that it's not 100% winners, John? We're talking about 52.5% winners, meaning 50% of the time the signals are wrong. But the objective of the signals are to identify what's happening and to be in position when it happens. And so when you're in the market, it's basically looking at a we need to be in because there's a high probability that something's going to happen. And when it doesn't happen, we trigger you out, you take a small loss, and we then get you back in again at the next time that makes sense, that there's a high probability that it's going to do something. And that's exactly how this works. 198 trades, that's about 1.8 trade, 1.8 days a trade, say 2 days, because they can go back and forth. This is what we need to understand. It's not everything is perfect and rosy. You hear me say this all the time. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect to be insanely awesome. Because if you think about it, the buy and hold strategy, you're 100% right. You bought some BTC. You're 100% right. Congratulations. But you've got 16K and I've got 81 and I'm 50% wrong. The whole point here is all about mitigating your losses, protecting yourself from big losses, and take advantage of big gains in a juvenile, volatile market like cryptocurrency BTC. So that is what our program does. Now, there's other people out there that this, by the way, doesn't even include shorting. So I don't even want to talk about shorting because, first of all, the numbers get stupid. And then people go, oh, that seems hard. So you don't even have to learn it if you don't want to. But, we also have live signals. This is our live signals. And it's way more active. And in most probabilities, you can't get them all. But I just want you to see how this also can really benefit you as well and how our system works. Look, it gave a signal here on August the 7th at 6,900, drops down to around 62-ish. That's a 10% drop. There was a get in here. Looked like something was consolidating. System said, not sure. We're seeing some activity. No, it hasn't. It hit a wall. We know there's a wall. Get out. And boom. So we're wrong here, but we're in the game because there's a high probability that something is happening here, and you got to be in the game. You can't be in the sidelines if, in fact, you want to win in any game. So, and then when we saw that it didn't, boom, out you go. So that's how it works. Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, I think it's also important for all the members because if you look before the sell, you can see that there was a green buy that was solid, but then there's a red sell that was a loss. And there's a green buy that was solid. So we're even seeing around the 50% represented here on this slide. And a lot of people often will look at things like this on the surface and they go, oh, that can't work. It actually works extremely well. And then if you factor in those very, very basic stop loss and protective measures that are in those beginner PDFs that'll be in every language, well, it works that much better because what you're doing is you're mitigating those wrong signals. You're mitigating those losses in some unique circumstances in the most basic daily trading when you're in Binance. Your stop loss, what'll happen is it'll kick you into the asset you want to be in anyway. So even a loss actually turns into a win for you. And as you start going through those PDFs, you'll learn exactly how that's done in a very, very simple way.
Yeah, and so as you can see, at least me, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to create this whole world that's not real and all sorts of different things have to happen. What John is talking about actually makes this better. So I'll just deal with the simplicities and see how powerful this is, which is why we're attracting so many people to the company because it is real and we don't touch your money. Hey, real quick, I talked about the different secret truths because at the end of the day, we're trying to help everybody succeed. And we're going to continue to teach this because this is the kind of stuff that the elite understand and know and use. And you have just been upgraded to the elite status because we're going to provide that information for you guys as well. A secret truth to financial success is really about avoiding fees and understanding that what seems to be confusing and very difficult actually isn't. If someone teaches it to you, holds your hand and walks you through it, which is exactly what we do. Then secret number 2 for financial success is understanding that, the S&P 500, for example, which is the market that everyone tries to beat, actually outperforms 87% of all actively managed mutual funds over any 10-year rolling period. And it's actually 93% when you put in 11 years. So what was hot last year and everybody jumps to all of a sudden is no longer hot. And so you're always trying to chase last year's winner, when in actual fact, if you just stop chasing and park yourself in the right spot, you can do exceptionally well. Secret number 3 is if you learn and understand the power of leverage, that you can make even greater wealth. But again, you need to be educated, you need to understand, you need to know where those opportunities exist, you need to know how to use them and when to use them, which really cuts to secret number 4. And that's the piece that puts us ahead of everyone else. And that's using different types of tools, such as our signals, that can help you to avoid market crashes and actually make money no matter which way the market is going. And that kicks in compounding, it's protective measures, it's absolutely incredible. So when you put that whole secret sauce together, what you really have is an ability to be amongst the top 1% investors by adapting these 4 truths. And this also applies to the cryptocurrency world. We teach you about saving fees. We teach you about leverage. We teach you about getting in and getting out. We don't necessarily talk about the S&P 500, but we do talk about Bitcoin. And why? Because that's the largest cap coin, easily accessible, and it has more trades. So it gives us platforms that we can work on and take advantage of. So in fact, that is a great environment to be involved with. So we are literally using these secret truths that have been used by the elite in the traditional financial world. And one of the things that, I was asked to do a while back, and I started to do myself, was to take those truths that I'd learned and started to apply them in the cryptocurrency world. And so once we expand our knowledge base and your financial IQ, it's going to be quite amazing, the arsenal of knowledge and skills that you're going to have to ultimately retire with significantly more money and hopefully significantly sooner. Why? Because at the end of the day, it comes right back to the end, so that we can get you to a place where you're financially free, where you have the ability to not only do the things that you want to do, to live a want to, choose to, love it, it's my idea kind of life, and to be a part of a good group of good people who want to do great things all around the world, and to be able to have even more fulfillment and more purpose to your life. So I know it's crazy, but you know what? You got to be crazy if you want to do crazy things. And that's what we're all about. We're looking to get out of the box. We're looking to do things right. We're looking to do things legally. And we're looking to do things that is not a just 1-2 month get quick rich scheme. It's really about planting yourself, getting yourself set so that we can be here for a very, very long time. Because quite frankly, I don't even know what we could do to make this world a bigger, better place with all the great success that we're going to create. John, you've always got some incredible words of wisdoms, your pearls at the end of our calls. Let me turn the call over to you. Why don't you just close it out?
Okay, well, thank you very much. I certainly appreciate everything you were just sharing over the last 4 or 5 minutes. The reality is that these opportunities, we're surrounded by them. And a lot of times we just tend not to focus on them because we're just so busy being busy. We're so busy living our lives. And so if we can just allocate 5 hours a day, 5 hours a day, if we could allocate 5 hours a day to work on our home-based business, that's all it takes. If you can't do that, you have no chance. If we could allocate 5 hours a week, so less than an hour a day, to be dedicated to working on our business, and I'm talking product and on the business building side, you'll be able to accomplish some things that perhaps you never thought that you would be able to tackle. Because what's going to happen, of course, is you're going to learn systems. You're going to learn systems on the product side, and you're going to learn rules, and you're going to have tools to help you follow those rules. And if you really want to, you'll have buddies that you can actually collaborate with and learn with. And you can do exactly the same thing when you start tuning in on Saturdays on the business building side of things. So this really is absolutely about keeping things simple. It's amazing what you can accomplish with some sound mathematical principles and a very simple, consistent effort.
Thank you, John. Well, thank you again, everyone. Please get on the calls on Saturday. Get your teams on that call. John does a great job. We'll continue to do what we can to continually improve what we're providing you and everyone that we know, so that we can really have an incredible opportunity to make a big difference in this world. God bless you all, and have a phenomenal week. We'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.